Hello everyone, welcome to Global Online Platform. I am Rahul sir, your management educator. Today we are going to discuss one of the important topic of international and business and IT, that is foreign direct investment. Before this, we have discussed an introductory lecture of international business. If you haven't watched that lecture, there we have covered the EPRG framework, the modes of entry, stages of internationalization, and a little introduction of international business. The link is being provided in this description of this video. You can check it. Let's start. Before starting, there is an important information for you that the UGC NET management paper, UGC NET exam is very close. We are offering the UGC NET Management Paper 2 course. If you take this course, you will get complete video lectures, full syllabus notes, test series, and PYQ PDFs with explanation. This is going to be a target-based preparation. The biggest advantage of this course is if you take the Paper 2 course, you will get Paper 1 totally free. Here is all the content which we have provided for you. It is most comprehensive and structured. The content is provided in most comprehensive and structured way here. So it's the best time to take the advantage. What you have to do, you have to download our global online official app. After downloading that, you have after login, you will see this home interface. Here you just have to click this store button, and after scrolling, you will see the UGC NET Paper 2 Management. This you have to select, or either you have another option to that you can search the UGC NET Paper 2 Management in the search box. So you, after paying the course fee 7,000 rupees and the validity is 1 year. After paying, you can get access of this content. If you want to join the batch, contact on the given number through WhatsApp, or if you have any query, after contacting with this number, your query will be resolved. Let's understand what is foreign direct investment, FDI. One of the important topic, FDI is, sorry, for FDI is an investment from a party in one country into the business or a corporation in another country with the intention of establishing a lasting interest. Here, whenever we talk about interest, there are two basic things. One is substantial interest, and another is the lasting interest. And here one more point comes, that the FDI, whatever will be done, will be for long term and stable. Sorry, let me write here. Competitive advantage. I hope this is visible. I have told that there are four forms of four basic motives behind FDI reasons. That is, it is long term. That is, it is stable, and to gain stable competitive advantage, to gain take place, and for the lasting interest and substantial interest. Let's see what are the benefits and cost of foreign direct investment. This line is specifically mentioned in if you check the unit 9 syllabus, this line is specifically mentioned, that benefits and cost of foreign direct investments. It simply means the whatever the merits and demerits or advantage or disadvantage behind the FDI. So the advantage of this FDI are inflows of equipment and technology. The benefit of inflow and technical enhancement and good technical transfer of technology takes place. Best equipment we see when an investor does the foreign direct investment. Then competitive advantage and innovation. A country gets the competitive, the home country gets the competitive advantage and innovation in the host country. Then financial resources for the expansion. It generates the business which it's offering. It generates the great number of finance in terms of profit, which will help to expand the business. Then employment generation for the host country people. It becomes a great employment opportunity when a country gives an invest directly in our host country, in a foreign country. It's a golden opportunity. So like the Amazon has invested in India, many that Infosys is there. So we can these people, Microsoft has also providing services, so we can take the employment opportunities through this. Then contribution to exports for the growth, it contributes to export for the growth. Then improved consumer welfare through through reduced cost, wider choice, and improved quality. Here you will see that whenever a foreign investor invest in a company, whenever a foreign company invest in a country, four things they need to pay attention. That is customer welfare, that is means customers should be satisfied. The cost on which they are offering the products should be low, and the quality which they are providing should be the best as compared to the local firm. That all will be, then only they can gain the advantage of their investment. Then what are the drawbacks of the foreign direct investment? Drawbacks, that crowding of local industries, that the local industries which are offering the same services, people will not prefer to go there. That is crowding. Then conflicts of laws. Sometimes the FDIs people may violate the laws of the foreign country, and there will be loss of control. By attaining, when FDI tries to attain control, there will be loss of control over the local markets. So there anything, any sort of wrong things may happen. So there because they are maintaining to control in the host country, so they will not look after the home country. So at this case, there will be the control, there may be chances of getting some wrong things done by in the home country. Then effect on natural environment. The country where the investment is made, if they are offering any hazardous product, that may harm the natural environment of the host country. And effect on the local culture. They may affect the local culture, because sometimes our people are very cultural sensitive to their culture. So any wrong things happen, they may avoid to do the things. Then we have types of FDI. Types of FDI are, there are different types of FDI, like horizontal FDI, vertical FDI, conglomerate FDI, and platform foreign direct investment. Let's see one by one. First is horizontal FDI. Horizontal and vertical FDI we are discussing here. So FDI in the same day industries abroad as a firm operates at home. When a firm operating who is operating in its home country, in the same industry, if it's invest in the host country, that will be termed as horizontal FDI. Then we have vertical FDI. Vertical FDI is the industry abroad that provides inputs into the firm's domestic operation. Vertical FDI, the reason behind making the vertical FDI is that to provide inputs to the firm's domestic operation, inputs to the domestic operation, vertical FDI is done. Vertical FDI is generally of two types, that is BF. It's not that BF, but that is backward and forward. Okay. The backward, whenever you move towards the raw material, whenever the company provides inputs for the firm domestic production processes, for the production you are providing the raw material. That means you are doing the backward vertical investment. Then we have forward integration. Forward integration, whenever we sell the outputs of the firm domestic production processes, whenever we indulge ourselves in the selling activities, it is called as forward FDI. Okay, I hope this is clear. Backward means towards the backside, that is raw material, machinery at this time. Towards when you go in these areas, that will be termed as backward FDI. And when you move towards the selling, distributing, such type of activities towards which you are going, then it is forward vertical FDI. Let's see the conglomerate. Conglomerate is when an FDI is made by the country in totally unrelated or a new industry. It is called as conglomerate industry. Let's see here. In a conglomerate type of foreign direct investment, a company invests in foreign businesses that is unrelated to core businesses. Suppose a country, this A country is there and here is B country is there. Here A is doing working in the operating its business in the cloth industry, but here he makes an investment and in the electronics industry. Then what will be? It will be conglomerate, because where is cloth, where is electronic, both are totally unrelated. No, कोई प्रेम संबंधी नहीं है ना यहाँ पे. जब वो पूरा का पूरा दूसरे in its other country it is doing, then it will be termed as conglomerate. Horizontal and vertical. The vertical means at the two different at levels of supply chain, but in case of horizontal, they will be at the same level. Remember this point too. Then in case of conglomerate type of investment, invested is done by that is unrelated to the core business. Okay. Here, the company has no price experience in the foreign company's area of expertise. This often takes the form of a joint venture. It is always, it sometimes form if done in the form of joint venture. Let's see the greenfield and brownfield investment. One of the important one here, I have put colored so that you can easily understand. Let's see first one, second one. The greenfield investment is the type of foreign direct investment in which a parent company creates a subsidiary in the different countries, building its operation from the ground up. When we start from the zero, when you are totally new, you are establishing your business in the different country. From scratch, you are starting by becoming a subsidiary. By creating the subsidy in the different country, it is called as greenfield industry. Greenfield investment. Then I hope you have understood. Whenever we start from zero, it is called greenfield investment. When every single, by purchasing a land for the business and then equipment, then we will employ the labor and then we will start production. This is all zero. From scratch we have started, so it will be come under the greenfield investment. Then we have brownfield. Brownfield means what? Sab paka pakaya kha jayenge. Okay, here everything ready-made, you will get everything ready-made. So brownfield investment is a type of foreign direct investment when the company invests in an existing facility to start its operation in the foreign country. In other words, brownfield investment is a lease or purchase of a pre-existing facility in the foreign country. What is being done? Brownfield states that brownfield means basically that you are investing in an existing firm or purchasing or acquiring the firm, which is from where which after acquiring you can operate, start your operation as according to your way in that firm. So this is about the brownfield. Brownfield means you will get everything ready-made, and in greenfield you have to start from the scratch, start from the zero. Remember this clue. Now we have export platform foreign direct investment. Export platform FDI. Once it was asked in many years ago, it was asked in 2016 or 17 paper. That's why I have added. That is here what a third party is involved. Export platform foreign direct investment is usually taken to refer to a situation where the output of a foreign affiliate is largely exported rather than sold in the host country. Our approach to adopt a 3-country model with the 2 identical large high-cost countries and a small low-cost country. Okay, here what the original home country and host country and the foreign country where the investment is, where the home country is investing, there both country will be remain. But whatever will produced in the foreign country, some sort of product, some part of the product that will be also exported to the third country. Let me tell you another. See, जान दो, ये तो कोरोना भेज दिया था, इसको नहीं लेते। Let's see. Here is one Japan. Here is one Ukraine. Okay. And here is one India. Japan has done investment. Yes. This FDI is made. This is the home and this is the host. Okay. These are the two countries. Japan has done FDI in Ukraine. So what they are doing, Ukraine, whatever the Ukraine is manufacturing, he is transferring some part to India. This India is the third party. So whenever an export is made to the third party in the form of foreign, it is whenever an export is made from the host country to the third country, it is called in form of exports. The some part of investment will be said will be exported. It will be called as export platform FDI. I hope this is clear. Simply remember, just the home country will invest in the foreign country, and whatever the things will be manufactured, some part will be transferred to the third country. I hope the example which I gave you of Japan, Ukraine, and India, you will remember it. Let's see now motives for foreign direct investment. Motives for foreign direct investments means actually these are three motives. That first one is market seeking motives. Market seeking motives means gain access to the new markets or opportunities, follow key customers, and compete with the key rivals in their own market. Here what you have in this market seeking motives, you are trying to gain access over the market opportunities. You want to compete the rivals, and you are having the you are following the key customers, which are their customers. You want to acquire them. This is the market performance. Then we have this second one, resource of or asset seeking motives. Asset seeking, access on the raw material, then gain access to knowledge or other aspect or other assets, gain access to knowledge assets. Here what you want, that is control over the raw material, control over the knowledge and assets, and access technological and how and know-how available for a key market. For a market, you need the whatever the managerial and the technical knowledge you need, you will gain it, and whatever the raw material are required for the production, you will make try to make control over it. That this is resource or asset seeking FDI. Then we have efficiency seeking. Efficiency seeking means what? Reduce the sourcing and production cost. Here you want to, for your focus is efficiency. You want to reduce the cost of production. Then here what you will do, that locate production near the customers. The production unit will be located towards the market where the customer can easily access your product. Then the third point is take advantage of the government incentives. Whatever the incentive facilities the government is giving, you will take the advantage and avoid trade barriers. You will avoid the trade barriers, which are whatever will be the trade barriers, you will try to avoid them. So let's see once again, market seeking in market seeking, you are trying to control over the market, compete with the rivals, and follow the key customer. Then in resource or asset seeking, in case of resource or asset seeking, you want to gain access over the raw material or the technology and equipment, the managerial control, and the knowledge of assets. Okay, and in efficiency seeking, you want to reduce the cost of production, take the advantage of the government incentive, and you will locate your production unit near the customer. I hope these three motives are clear. Let's see the FDI based theories. there are two main theories, that is monopolistic advantage theory and eclectic paradigm. This sometimes has been your exam. That's why I am explaining. So what is this monopoly advantage theory says? It argues that multinational enterprises prefer FDI because it provides the firm with the control over the resources and capabilities in the foreign market and a degree of monopoly power relative to the foreign competitors. Whatever this monopolistic advantage theory states that the investor is gaining, that the foreign multinational enterprise, by investing, it wants to control on your resources and your and capabilities and the market and develop the monopoly. He want to develop its own monopoly so that he can gain the competitive advantage in the all over the entire market. Okay, the key sources of monopolistic advantage include the proprietary knowledge, patents, unique know-how, and sole ownership of other assets. These are the some points you should remember, that what are the key sources of the monopolistic advantage include. The key sources will include the proprietary knowledge, then the patents, unique know-how, and the sole ownership of the assets. Then example we have given that Novartis earns a substantial profits over the marketing various market medications through its subsidiaries worldwide. Okay, here one example of Novartis example is given. Then we have eclectic paradigm. Eclectic paradigm is an approach. This is also called as OLI framework, that is ownership, location, and internationalization. An approach to determine whether a company is better off engaging in a foreign direct investment or not. These are the three parameters on basis of which the company decides that is it compatible to invest is it capable of doing foreign direct investment or not. First one is ownership. Ownership includes the trademark, production technique, business skills, and returns to scale. This comes under the ownership factor. Then we have location factor. Location factor includes the existence of raw material, low wages, and special taxes, tariffs. This come under the covered under the location. Then we have internationalization. Internationalization means do things internally, outsource them to the external entity. When the when the processes are outsourced to the external entity, it will be covered under the internalization, and the rest thing will be done internally. Okay, I hope this paradigm is simply very simple, that if you have all the three, if you are company satisfy all the three conditions, that is ownership, location, and internalization. If all these three aspects are satisfied, you will get the your company is being capable of making the foreign direct investment. Simply a very simple model is there. When you have your conditions are satisfied related to the ownership, location, and internalization, your company is able to make the foreign direct investment. I hope these two theories here, they talked about how to get control over the foreign market and degree of and establish a monopolistic position in the entire market. And here it talks about the three factors, that is OLI, ownership, location, and internalization. After satisfying these three, you can get the advantage of FDI. Now there is one common comparison, the important comparison for you, that is FDI versus FPI. FDI and FPI both are different things. FDI, we have seen that FDI refers to the investment made by the foreign investor to obtain a substantial interest in the enterprise located in the different country. Here just A is investing in the B. He want to investing in the assets in the market, in the form, in the control, wants the control. Here FPI, that is foreign portfolio investment. Foreign portfolio investment states that what it when an international investor invests in the passive holding of the enterprise of another country, that is investment in the financial asset, it is known as FPI. Whenever an investor will improve in the equity of the company, whenever investor will improve in the equity or any financial assets, he will get the, instead of physical asset, he is investing in the financial asset. That will be called as financial portfolio investment, FPI. Remember that whenever the physical asset, whenever investment is done in the physical assets, a control is a control attainment. It is talking about gaining the control, access over the resources, that will be FDI. And whenever it is talking about only about the financial assets, that will be FPI, where the equity it will want to take part in the equity holdings of that company. Let's see the difference. Now, definition we have seen. Then let's see role of the investor. The investor will be active in the FDI, and in the FPI he will be passive. Then the foreign direct that type FDI is the foreign direct investment, and it is the indirect investment. FPI is the indirect investment. Then the FDI will be for long term and FPI will be for short term. Okay. Then the management of the projects, FDI, by using FDI, you can manage the project more efficiently. And by using FPI, you just comparatively, your company will be comparatively less, the investor will be comparatively less efficient. Then investment has done on the physical assets of the foreign country. Here, check this point because it is very much important. On the physical assets, when we are acquiring, it will be FDI. And whenever we talk about the financial assets, it will be FPI. Okay. Now, let me have some water. Let's have. Okay. Then entry and exit. In case of FDI, the entry and exit is difficult, and in case of FPI, it is relative. FPI, you are just investing in the financial asset, so it is very easy. Then FDI leads to transfer of funds, technology, and other resources to the foreign country. You can transfer your technology, funds, and resources to the foreign country. And in case of FPI, only capital inflows to the foreign countries. There will be only flow of capital, means funds. Then risk is involved. Stable risk is involved in FDI, and volatile risk is involved. Volatile risk is involved in FPI. Why? Because if the company get liquidated, what you will do? Your whole money will be wasted. So FPI investment in FPI, the risk is volatile, but it is stable risk because you are owning the control. Let's see here, any separate points are there. So the control will be high in case of FDI and none will at the time in case of FPI. Then term horizon FDI will be for long term, and this will be for short term. We have seen is an entry difficult and easy. We have seen entry exit. We have seen. Then the form of investment, we have already discussed this. Then what will be impact of the FDI? Can increase the GDP, the gross domestic product of the foreign country can be increased by making the foreign direct investment. And the FPI, what will be impact of the foreign portfolio investment? That it will only increase the country's capital. Country's capital can be increased by the foreign portfolio investment. Then we have target. What FDI targets? FDI targets a specific company, and FPI targets the financial markets. FPI in case of in case of foreign portfolio investment, only the financial markets or financial assets will be targeted. And in case of FDI, a specific company will be targeted. Now, these are same points. Any extra I am thinking? Yes, all are we have done. So that's all in today's lecture. I hope you have enjoyed today's class. Just hit the like button if you like the video. Your each like gives us a lot of motivation.